You know what, Sean? I would believe that. Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a nice and festive and end of the year celebrations for your holidays. Getting ready for New Year's Eve on Thursday. Actually, I have a lot of work to do for Thursday. Not that great this morning, but at least spirits are up. Yeah, at least. I think... I'm trying to figure out why my, like... I love how in one stream you've gotten farther in the game than I have in a year. To be fair, Pause, I have also had this game for a year, and I touched it once before streaming it. Oops.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
I'll pray. Makes me look like a good boy. I've had it for a year. I played it once. I got it for our Yankee swap last year, or not a Yankee swap, our Secret Santa.
My name is Yuna.
Last year, actually, from our friend group.
Donna. So, you're High Summer Nebraska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
Donna's a dick.
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So,
You've known one for 2 hours, Gina.
I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
Technically,
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
Technically, Titus isn't even Titus isn't even a guardian yet. You go, Yuna.
Guardian is someone a summoner can rely on.
You go, girl.
Someone
Stand
she
up
can
for
trust
yourself.
with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me?
That's a weird
What's she smiling
face.
about?
She's not even smiling. What the fuck? She thinks you're cute. That's what. She thinks you're cute, Titus. She, like, it's so we're gonna stop for 2 seconds. So, just because, like, I want to, like, explain, like, why it's the way that it is. Because the reason why the way that it is I'm never gonna find a video, but the way that it is the facial animations are different. They changed how they did face, like they had to redo how they do faces, because they basically like they lost.
Let's do it.
Square has a Square.
First, the Cloister of Trials. Kumari, Waka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
The
No, nah. Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Square, especially during this era, they had a really bad streak of losing the source code for their games, and they lost maybe about 75% of the source code for this game.
Where's Yuna?
Kingdom Hearts 2, they lost 100%
Then
of the
why
source
are
code.
you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait!
Not a guardian, you say?
Go!
Meanwhile, Nintendo has everything.
Go!
So yeah, sorry, it's Kingdom Hearts 1 that they lost everything. Kingdom Hearts 2, I think they lost like at least
Game.
50%.
This is bad. Really bad.
Yeah, this era of Square, they did not source everything well.
Only guardians allowed.
So like a lot of this stuff they had to read. Just ride the elevator back up. I know, like you literally like can't just sit there and wait. I know, like the logical thing to do is sit there and wait and just be like, well, Donna threw me on the elevator. But for the sake of gameplay, we can't just sit here and do nothing. Gotta make our player character do something of importance, right? Then put the Killicosphere right here. I'm not sure if putting the Sphere here does anything. No, it doesn't. I might try putting the Killicosphere there, because I don't remember exactly what that does, but I know the glyph repels you. Right. Supposed to touch the glyph, yeah. Hey look, a fire hallway. It's funny, because, like, obviously that would be the smart thing to do, but we've already established that Tidus is not smart. He's not smart yet. You can figure out the puzzles. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we put the glysphere here, and then it extinguishes the fire. There's a destruction sphere here, which we take. Destruction sphere is going to go over here for right now. This one's fairly simple. The next one I might have a bit of a hard time with. The next, the one after that, I'm definitely gonna have a hard time with. I know the first two, like, literally, like, the back... Like, I know this one by the back of my hand. This one's super, super simple. The suction sphere here. Blows up the wall. There's a chest in the wall. We get a nice piece of equipment. We take out the sphere. There we go, done. Dunzo. Is that at world record pace? It's not, don't worry.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequence?
She could be excommunicated. Just wait.
So what's in...
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin.
Yep, they sure did.
Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room?
Aeons. Basically
So what's Yuna doing in there?
Basically use your overdrive and then be a meat
For a way
shield.
to defeat sin.
Be a meat shield for the party. Basically just talk to everybody.
The chamber beyond is a...
What? Even Guardian?
It's taboo.
Oh.
And then try to leave and she comes out.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was.
Yep.
Maybe that's why suddenly I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
Tidus is not smart. He's kind of ditzy. Ifrit. Parrot and yes, it is obviously Monokuma's VA. Are you playing in English or Japanese? Pause. English, yeah.
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me. But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud.
What do you want to do? I looked at the IMDb page and it was him. Fantastic. The Japanese voice actress from Monokuma is a lady. She's like super famous over there from doing Monokuma. She got super famous over there from doing Monokuma. I thought she was famous before doing Monokuma, and it was like, you mean possible to try to get Robo try. Oh, sorry. No, I'm thinking of something else. But no, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. Monokuma's, they were like, fuck it, we're gonna try to get her, but there's no way we're gonna get her, and then she was like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. No, you're right. You're right. I was thinking of another one. She voiced Doraemon, and they were like, we need her from Monokuma. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, she voiced Doraemon in Digimon. Yeah. You've never played Danganronpa? Well, you'll be happy to know that I'm eventually going to go through all 3 games and the side game on stream. I'm sorry, Pause. I'm fucking tired today. I'm being dumb. Forgive me being stupid. Dreamer brain.
Off to Luca at last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
Streamer brain, you know how it is. I didn't recognize Doraemon from Doraemon Soria seasons. I think they were a Digimon too. I never played that game, so I have no idea. The revival, that looked cool. It looks cool. That may be what we do next, actually, Pause, is play through Danganronpa. I think that might be fun. Although if we do Danganronpa, it's probably gonna be a once a week thing, because there's gonna be a lot of reading, and yeah. I'm fairly certain that if we do Danganronpa, it's going to be a once-a-week thing. Well, do we keep feeling I'm being watched? I just want to sneak up behind them and beat the... I mean, I want to get in their faces and show them what they're made of. It's like, I just want to kick his ass.
Ooh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. All me name's not a waka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you.
Who do you think you are?
Awaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
So, this dude, you want to give him as much money...
Someday, say,
You want to give him as much money as you can. Usually at least 1,000 gil. I think the cutoff to get the maximum amount of yeah, so if you give him 10,000 gil, his items will decrease 30%. So you want to give him like 2,000.
make it up to you, that I will.
So like this part of the game, giving him pretty much all of your money is perfectly fine, because you don't need really any items that you can't that you don't just pick up anyway. Plus, we have Yuna. There's going to be a specific part of the game where we're going to need more items, but it's not yet.
You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not,
He could always join a blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
what? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Why is there a problem with Tidus being a guardian? Like,
Why do you think she wants to make him a guardian anyway?
Because he's Sir Jack's son.
All right. Wait, you sure about that? He's really Sir Jack's son.
It's hard to say, but Yuna seems to believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's all you have to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got to decide for himself, yeah? Well, him and Yuna, I guess.
You're right, for once. I wonder which is best.
So you can keep
Why don't
barging
you
in
tell
on their
him he should
conversation.
become Yuna's guardian?
Why me?
Because Yuna can't.
Why not?
He hates his father. What he was, what he did. Do you really think she can possibly say to him, I want you to be my guardian, like your father was to mine?
And you're being oversensitive.
Aren't you being oversensitive?
I'll try talking to him after the tournament.
Be discreet.
I know. It's his decision. He doesn't like his father.
Apparently, he told Yuna as much.
Hating your own father, huh?
To be
Sounds
fair,
like a luxury to me.
his father
I don't
left
even remember my parents.
when he was very small
Can't say how
and
I
just
feel
never
about
came home, and he thought he was dead. So,
I was 5 then.
and when he
so
did
I
know
remember
him,
mine a little.
when he did,
it. Damn it.
he was a drunkard in
Sin
Sanderkin.
just
So
takes everything away from us.
completely understandable that Tidus would not like Jet, because his entire memory of him is
Go to bed, bud. Tournament starts tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry. I need some time to think.
Someone's bound to recognize you when they see.
I do believe your Xanarkand exists.
well. Well, let's go in and save because let's go in and save because it's incredibly important that we get this next thing we're about to do right. If I can... Yeah. Not basically for Blitzball. Because I think this is like the only way you have like a chance to like... to actually win the final match you get to play.
Well, well. Trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
Also, Jet's outfit is like literally like even more ridiculous than Tidus's, for the record. Memories of that day still on Tidus and interfere with his concentration. Try to shake off the memories and perform the Jet shot.
No one else. No You're out of your league. You're out of your league. You can't do it. You're out of your league. No one. You can't do it. You're out of your league.
There you go.
The best? Yeah, right.
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
Show us one more time, yeah. He was like, that was the Jet shot.
That was the Jet shot, wasn't it?
How do you know that?
Sir Jack showed it to me when I was a child. He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Jet Shot Mark III.
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark 1 or Mark 2, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad. Is he
Cutscene.
alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jecht was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo! I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Well, sir, we'll see. But yeah, pause. Oops. If you'd like to see me play through the Danganronpa games, I totally would be down for it. Just, it probably would be a once-a-week thing. And it is on my, like, list to play them. I have 1 and 2 on my PS4. And then, I have Ultra Despair Girls and Danganronpa 3.
Over there, the ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be dock number 2. All the way from Killica, it's the Killica Beasts. High Summoner O'Holland used to play for them, a big name to live up to. Their hometown was recently attacked by Sin. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're gonna be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is...
Hey, who was that guy in the red coat?
Well, if it isn't the Besaid Aurochs. They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right. In 20 years, they've never made it past the first round.
Sarah!
Die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Hi, Sarah. How you doing?
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besace.
Right, Jim? Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks. Our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed,
I'm on Twitch Mobile.
they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're...
This is the water soccer. This is the water soccer
Without a
teams.
doubt, they are the favorite this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
You can say that again, Jimma. Look at the crowd, folks. Look at the crowd. Looks like all of Luca has turned out to cheer the Goers on.
Yeah, I hate it. I do hate this as well.
And you know, folks,
It
the Luca Goers are number one.
it annoys me that you have to play like
It's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
it annoys me that
Stop
every
right there, goers.
everything you have to do is to get
You guys are
Wakka's
smiling
ultimate
now,
weapon.
but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 Don.
He's just like,
up now?
I'm just yelling.
Maester Micah has arrived. That's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
If only you knew,
Mind
Titus.
your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
The graphics must have been astonishing at the time, but Lord, is it hard to watch all the twitching now. Yeah. It's still a great game. And like it'd be even worse if this wasn't the remaster, but like but yeah, it is 10 is definitely old now.
Can't see a thing. Shh.
No, back then it was like, look at the graphics, oh my god.
That's a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
Look, it's the Bashonen! These instruments make no sense for the music. Yeah, no, they don't. It's hey, look, everybody! It's the local Bashonen. And pain in the ass.
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Giskel Guado, who departed for the far plain of fortnight past.
I know that voice. Maester Micah's voice?
You already know. He has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, my father Giskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to
it's
the best
Dwight
of my ability.
Schultz. I'm trying to figure out what you might know him from, Sarah.
Bow your head.
This voice is terrible. What, Maester Seymour's voice?
Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
He was various background voices in the Wild Thornberries. He's done additional voices in other video games. He was Earthfather in Invader Zim. Oh, he's also a Waka's voice actor in this game too. Nothing like I super remember him by.
Where's Waka?
He's done voices for Chowder, Ben 10.
We had to play the Goers in the first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
Probably Thornberries, yeah, probably.
Well, we would have lost to anyone anyway.
Captain Walker.
0.20 ounces of market. Left to go to.
We're playing the Albert Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals. That's right. We got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions.
And they didn't have.
First things first.
Didn't
Let's
have
go
the
over the basics again, boys.
So like, there's just so much going on. Like you move, yeah, you move by moving the overhead map, blah blah blah. Or just the player automatically moves on his own towards the goal. When people collide with each other, oh god, is when the interactions take place. Only the Valkyrie can be moved manually, all other players stay on auto. Note that the player becomes hard to manage your teammates while controlling the character. This mode is recommended for veteran blitzers. Press X again. Who was Sarah saying that their voice actor was terrible? Maester Seymour's voice actor. I know. I'm not gonna bother because there's like no way. The beefcake guy. Well, you'll see more of him. Pause. He becomes important later in the game. You missed the Bishonen, the local Bishonen showing up. I don't like it. Yeah, that's fair, Sarah. Well, this time the Bishonen is. Just received pop figure. Sure did.
Yeah, he's more. Starts this year.
Was he actually gonna be the main villain, or like
There you are.
the secondary
Someone
villain?
said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
I don't actually know.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
They do tend to.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick, yeah?
Hey, I'll be back.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jecht.
Huh? How?
Sir Orin was also my father's guardian. So, he might know where Sir Jecht is.
Maybe.
Let's go now.
It didn't even occur to me to think that the Arin Yuna was talking about and the one that I knew from Xanarkand could be two different people. I don't know why, but I knew it was the same guy.
I have no reason to believe it, but
Hey! Albed Sykes, right? Some Albed saved me the other day, and this girl Riku gave me food, and you don't understand me, do you? Anyway, if you meet Riku, tell her thanks for me.
This is so awkward.
Oh,
I'll never get him. I'll never get him.
the best team win.
I'll never get over him sounding like Johnny Test. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, the Albed Sykes have some plans, alright. When it gets to the point that we're fighting again, there's only going to be 3 people available, so it's fine. I don't have to actually change formation yet. And they're like, I know we're just about to start playing Blitzball, but Orin was found in a cafe. Someone said they saw Orin in a cafe. So let's go see if we can find him.
I'm sorry. Please let me through. Hey, let's go.
You're really famous.
He is a summoner.
I hope we don't get separated.
Yuna!
Huh? What was that?
In Xanarkand, we do this to cheer on Blitz players. You try it too. Put your fingers in your mouth like this.
Like
The animation's weird and janky.
this? Not like that. This.
This is like still in the era where like facial and like
You just blow.
body animation is still a bit weird. This whistling isn't that easy.
Not working.
I know it's
Practice.
not.
Okay.
I literally have never been able to
Use
whistle
that
in my
if we get
life.
separated. Then I'll come running, okay? Well, guess we should just stick together then, until you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go. They can whistle breathing in and out, but they can't make it that loud, yeah.
Whoa. This is a pretty big town.
Lucca is the second largest city in Spira.
I thought every town was little. You know, like Besaid and Kilika.
Towns don't usually get bigger than that. Because when a lot of people start to gather...
Sin?
Sin comes and screws it all
it's
up.
Safe here?
It's not any different, but the stadium is here. The Crusaders fight to protect it with all their strength.
They protect the stadium?
Blitzball is really the only entertainment that we have.
Gary and I whistle a lot.
Spira's a little short on fun these days.
Whoa.
Oh, Sarah, I know you definitely whistle at Jerry a lot, if you know what I mean.
That's right. Is Xanarkand like this too?
Well, there are more buildings. All tall ones.
We have like a whistle language.
Oh. They must be so tall. Don't you ever get dizzy?
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's go find Sir O.
Yeah, let's not waste any more time, please. She like got stuck on the Yeah, I was able to redo it. I don't know why I find this so funny. Okay. Poor Yuna. Just getting stuck on that rope. Doing your damn rope.
Orin's not here.
Yuna's just like, I'm gonna start talking to people, try to figure out where he is, and has anybody seen him?
Why not talk, Kimari? Not see Yenke for 10 years. Say something. Kimari forget Yenke? Forget Biran?
Leave Kimari, Yenke. Kimari is small, Ranso. Kimari's so small, can't see Yenke and Biran's faces.
These guys are a bunch of jerks.
Kimari forget Ranso friends? We taught you much at time of Hornmold. Biran taught Kimari to be strong, Ranso.
Maybe taught too much.
Take him on.
He just punches him out.
Take it outside. The tournament's starting.
The game.
Today, on this glorious day, players from all over Spira have assembled here to participate in this great contest of bravery, skill, and strength. All of these fine teams, equally renowned,
Why does a soccer
today.
game have a golf announcer?
Such is the nature of this contest. Let us, the spectators,
Well, he's just
play
like-
our role accordingly.
I think he's just like letting them know that he's just making a speech. I don't think he's the announcer. He's not the announcer, Paz.
Contestants, may heaven be with you.
More FMVs. This song legit sounds like it could be... It belongs in Wind Waker. Again, we get to the problem of how everyone can breathe, but, you know. It's not really explained. It's never really, like, explained at all, Paz. Like, pretty much at all.
Kamari, Yuna's gone.
LCL. There's I mean, that's probably actually the explanation. Is there's oxygen in the enough oxygen to breathe in the water?
Have you been?
Huh?
Yuna's been kidnapped by the Al Bhed Sykes. In exchange for her safe return, they want the Aurochs to lose.
What?
If they're only blitzball players, I doubt they'd do anything drastic. But we shouldn't take chances. Let's go get her.
I'm going too. This'll be no problem. They're telling the Aurochs to throw the game, as if they needed to. I mean, how good a team can they be?
Waka said the same thing. He'll take care of the game. We should go get Yuna. The Al Bhed boat is in Dock 4. Let's go.
Let's go. The part of this that doesn't suck. Followed by the part that is gonna suck. Save over here. So aren't they basically going to tell the police that they basically kidnapped the celebrity who was kidnapped and they know exactly who did it and where they are? Because why?
The store's in a state.
His shit is really expensive still.
Here, so into the game they don't gotta love. Welcome.
I'm gonna buy a Phoenix down and 2 potions just to be safe. Cause it's easier to just go track them down and then go to basically the police. And I don't know if I have I don't know if they have machines in the same way. I mean, police in the same way that we do. Either. That's never really explained. Lulu is insanely useful during this part. More Machina. Same deal. Second verse, same as the first. This one we're actually gonna cheer. Because I believe there's more than just these guys. Oops! Didn't mean to do that.
What's up with these guys?
Under.
The Albed were expecting us.
There's so many. This probably might get an overkill too. No overkill. I suppose that it might, but oh well. Cool. Go check in on the game, shall we?
The Aurochs are keeping the score tied with some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
Ah, but the referee doesn't call the foul. Waka's taking a real beating out there.
Still in there.
He won't last. Waka's always like that.
Ouch.
Let's go.
Save while we have a chance. We only have one ability sphere. I want to use it on Tidus. Because I believe we used the other. I believe we had another ability sphere, and we used it on Waka earlier for him to get the extractability command, which will allow us to get more ability spheres later. Hey, look, another boss fight. The trick in this boss fight is to start the crane by using thunder spells on it. Cheer will help us out a little bit here, definitely. Kamari's just gonna keep smacking him. Cream seems to respond. One more thunder spell will probably do the job here. Okay, now the crane's responded. Yep. There we go, now the boss is basically already dead. Easy peasy. Hi, Yuna. There we go. Everything's okay.
I hope you hurt them.
A little. What is it?
There were these Al Bhed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. They even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not.
It just looks the same.
I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
Sin came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
I don't know. They were all speaking that Al Bhed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so that means you're Al Bhed too, Yuna?
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Waka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Waka, he never had much love for the Al Bhed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Waka.
I thought I told you not to tell Waka.
The game!
Oh!
Seconds left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive. A long pass from Lenny. It goes through. Oh. Oh. He shoots. Unbelievable. The Aurochs win the match 3-2.
We did it! We're in the finals!
Not the most graceful win. If it was Chapu, he'd still be standing.
Hey, aren't you being just a little unfair?
Excuse me?
I know I could never take Chapu's place. You're the one who told Waka that, right, Lulu? And I don't think Waka would ever try to take Chapu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
Don't incur the wrath of Lulu. Oh, no. There we go, that's right.
Sure you all right, Captain?
The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
Yeah, so I know you literally just started playing, just finished playing the game, but your finals match is right now for dramatic tension.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna!
Are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some outbed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, all right?
Don't go near outbed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
Waka's racist.
Please, don't tell anyone.
Save. Come on, Waka.
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah! Mind a bench.
I'm warming a bench. He's taking my place. All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the goers goners.
I mean,
Let's blitz.
not excited. Sorry, not excited.
I saw you floating there on the sphere.
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. Oh.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
For Captain Waka.
Are those two a thing? Oh, yeah.
championship game.
Ready to watch me fuck it up?
But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca goers going against the horrendously ill-fated Besaid Aurochs.
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
Hey, look, it's Orin. It's like he knows something's gonna happen. Weird. So the stats are also incredibly high.
They're already going at it, folks. The goers are taunting the Aurochs.
I am not gonna win this game, so... Just so we're, like, fully aware of what's gonna happen. So I think we break to Abyss. Like, you might actually be, we might be able to pass. Like it doesn't matter. Like, they're just like, their stats are so high. Yeah, like, you see how I, like, basically didn't get to do anything? Way to go, Titus. And then he still has the energy to pass it, like it's no big deal. Is this Tekken 6? This is Final Fantasy 10. Oh my god. Like, there's just like... Like, there's just, like, no way. There's just, like, no way. Like, either we pass it and they intercept it, or we shoot it and they intercept it. This is not the first time playing this game. Oh, Keepa actually caught one. They like always have two. This is the problem, is they always have like two people. Yeah, so if I break through, oh, this is the first time during this. Like, this is required, but this minigame's not like a good minigame, because it just like, because they basically put you against people who are like way better than you and expect you to try to beat them. It's literally impossible. Fiducial Mary, how alone, hornless horde. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That is this game. Come on, Keepa. Like, it doesn't change the story no matter what, like, happens, but, like... Come on. It's fine, this one's gonna get intercepted.
And it's half. The goers are just playing great.
Like, it's pretty much almost impossible to win this.
Zone defense, boys. Stop those goers.
What about me?
Get the ball and just shoot like crazy.
Goers are going down! Yeah!
Shoot like crazy!
Down!
All right, hustle.
Tidus actually has a half-decent shot stat, and they can actually, like... Well, like, it's... But again, like, the opponent's stats are just so good. Like, it's almost pointless. Like, 3 people! Like, it's, again, almost impossible. I wanna pass the ball. I wanted to, like, pass the ball before 3 people are on me.
They're calling for some action. The Auroch spirits are fading. Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks.
Also, this version's like really weird.
Where's that player going? He's leaving the sphere pool. He may be injured.
To be honest, I did kind of feel left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder what's happening. The crowd is going wild. Ah, it's Waka. He's back on the field and ready to go. The Auroch seems glad to have him back.
Again, like, this literally doesn't matter. Something I didn't realize until I read a YouTube comment how Bryce Papenbrook is literally in everything. And they just grab it anyway. No, that was stupid. I basically haven't had the ball for like basically any of this game at all. Yeah, go figure. That was like my first shot on goal.
The Aurochs may have lost the...
I have like literally never won this game. Oh, by the way, monsters now. How did fiends get into the pool? Shit, did I not actually give him extractability? That might actually be a problem. We're really gonna need some ability spheres soon. I'm hoping throughout this whole thing we get a couple, at least, to be able to get all the abilities that we're on right now, and then we can use Wakka's extractability to get some more, because we need some, or else we're not going anywhere on the sphere grid. More fiends. There's so many fiends. Waka doing great with the crits right now, though. There you go, Titus. That was a lot of dudes. $18 power spheres. We're not gonna need for power spheres for a while.
What's happening?
Orin's like, sup, let's go.
Orin!
Sir Orin!
So, you do know him?
Yeah, best guardian there ever was.
Another fiend. Definitely use cheer here. Just use the high potion to make sure that he's okay. Dark attack. Dark attack doing work here. Parasphere and a bright arm guard.
Hey, give me a break!
There sure were a lot of fiends. Yep. Okay.
You're really leaving, Captain? Shouldn't you heal up first?
Yuna needs me with her now. I can't be lying around in some bed.
Yeah, but...
Come on, look sharp. The Blitz season just started. Don't make those faces, yeah?
You're the captain now.
Well, see ya, boys. You be good.
Captain.
I can't hear you.
Captain!
Ugh. Oh, we're almost there.
Are you sure?
We're almost there.
Lifelong goodbyes anyway.
We're
Sorry
almost
for
at
making you
the
wait,
scene.
Yuna.
We're at the scene.
I had some promises to keep, yeah? From now on, I'm your full-time guardian.
Then welcome back, Sir Waka. Good to have you with us.
Hey. It's good to be back, yeah?
It's almost time for the scene.
So, any news on what happened?
Not really. We don't know where the fiends came from. Maester Micah is safe and sound, thanks to Maester Seymour. That's about it.
Maester Seymour's Aeon. It was so powerful.
That was Anima. For sure. Super powerful.
Hey, you! Don't just stand there! All of this is your fault! Getting swallowed by sin, ending up here in Spira, not being able to go back to Xanark, and everything! I'm telling you, it's all your fault! Who are you, anyway? You knew my old man, didn't you?
Yeah,
And you also knew Yuna's father?
that's correct.
Hey man, there's no way. That's just impossible.
Nothing impossible about it. Jecht, Braska, and I, together we defeated Sin 10 years ago. Then I went to Xanarkand, where I watched over you, so that one day I could bring you to Spira.
Why did it have to be me?
Jecht asked me to.
Is he alive?
It depends on what you mean by alive. He is no longer human. But then, I felt something of Jecht there in that shell, couldn't you? You must have felt him when you came in contact with Sin.
It can't be.
It is. Sin is Jecht.
Oh, big plot twist.
No, that's ridiculous! No way! I don't believe you!
But it is the truth.
The sin that we're fighting is Jet.
See for yourself. Come
Sure.
with me.
If I say no,
Every story must have an ending.
I don't care about your stories!
He's like, this isn't my story, this is your story.
I see. Sorry you feel that way. Fine then. Come or don't come, it's your decision.
What am I supposed to say? You tell me it's my decision. But I don't have a choice, do I? You're the only one who can tell me what's going on anyways. I have to go with you, I have to.
Irritating, I know. Or are you afraid?
Just try not to talk much during cutscenes.
It's all right.
Orin. Will I ever go home? Back to Xanarkand?
That's up to Jecht. I'm going to offer my services to Yuna. Come.
Yep, that's the big plot twist. Well, at least right now. The big plot twist right now. The sin that we are fighting is Tidus's father, Jet. How is that possible, you say? Well, I mean, they're gonna let us know later how that's possible, so... It is insanely possible. It'll make sense in due time. Pause if you're not watching the window, it's time for the scene. Molly, we're almost at the point. The scene. The laughing scene, that's the gigantic.
You think he's gonna stay here?
Sir
It's a
Orin
meme
knows
with
him,
Final Fantasy
apparently.
X.
You were right. He did meet someone he knew.
Do you think he'll find a way back to Xanarkand?
In any case, I'll miss having him around.
He's still in town, isn't he? I think I'll go see him. Oh.
Whoa.
You're not gonna have to go very far.
Yuna,
Sir.
I wish to become your guardian. Do you accept?
You're serious?
You refuse.
No. We accept, right, everyone?
Of course. No problem at all.
Just like, yeah.
Why?
Just finally the moment we've been waiting for. I can eat my chocolate now.
You promised? My father?
Oh, also...
Thank you, Sir Orin. You're welcome to join us.
And he comes too.
There was also a
Hi, guys. Howdy.
This one I promised Jecht.
Is Sir Jecht alive?
Can't say. Haven't seen him in 10 years.
I see.
You'll meet.
I have chocolate too.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
My aunt gave us some.
What's our itinerary?
These.
Where are we headed?
They're
Hey, come with me.
peppermint bark squares. Hi, Toru. Hi, baby. Are you ready, Paz? I don't know if you've ever experienced this scene before, Paz. For the scene. For the scene.
Hey, watch.
Toru.
Hey, you got pretty good.
You sound sad.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean that doesn't make me feel any better?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
It's the meme scene,
You know what?
Hmm?
It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are kind of like Spira's ray of light.
Hello.
A lot of people in Spira depend on us. I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know. I know it's hard.
Yeah. I understand. I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do.
Huh?
Come on.
The scene is better because it's like stilted 2000 animation.
This is weird.
Next, try laughing out loud.
What?
Come on, show me.
It's kind of a Square Enix thing, yeah. And they're all just looking at him like, what the fuck is he doing?
Probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
It's actually a cute scene. They're laughing.
Too funny.
It was your idea.
Thank you.
Huh?
I want my journey to be full of laughter.
Okay.
Have you never seen that before, Paz?
We should get separated. Just whistle. I'll come running. I promise.
A lot. The answer is a lot, Paz.
Well, let's go. What are you looking at?
We were just worried you guys might have gone crazy.
Sorry. Well then, alright. Now, we will go to the temple at Jose. And Guardians, don't forget to smile.
I actually am super curious because I've never seen this in Japanese. I'm actually curious because I've literally never seen this in Japanese before. I want to know how stilted it is in Japanese. If it's still like stilted and weird. At least like the laughing part. It's actually funnier in Japanese. It's actually funnier in Japanese. It's actually even funnier in Japanese. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. That was an experience that we all had together. I'm so glad. Oh god. Oh god, I'm crying. I was laughing so hard. By the way, now you can play Blitzball at Save Spheres. Fuck no. I know it's basically like, oh, Blitzball isn't that bad, and like they do an awful job of explaining it and all of that, and just like.
This is a statue of Lord Meehan. 8
just
centuries ago, he founded a legion known today as the Crusaders.
That was grand.
Years after their founding, their ranks grew throughout Spira.
That was actually super grand, and I'm super happy that we
accused them of rebellion. So Lord Meehan walked along this very road to go face their charges and refute them. He succeeded in winning the Maester's trust, and his legion became an arm of the Yevon clergy. It was then that Yevon gave them the name Crusaders, which they have kept ever since. And the rest is history.
Huh. That one looks slow.
It's also tough. Let me handle this.
No way! I can take it! What the?
Told ya, Sir Oren's the best.
I could have done that.
Yeah, I mean, you actually could have with you could have with a weapon with here's the deal with Oren, and the reason why you can do that. All of his weapons start with piercing on their own. So that's why they're so that's why his yeah, Brotherhood's still like the best weapon. Yeah, I didn't actually get.
Hey, I'm a guardian now, so watch out. Ha!
Allow me.
We need like one ability sphere, and then we can start like farming for them a little bit.
Stay down.
Leave those to.
Farewell.
Yeah, all of his weapons by default have piercing, and Tidus's weapons do not. That's why he can do that.
Those ruins are from?
Some old city?
Correct. A city most ancient. A terrible testament to sin's power. I tremble every time I see them. Compared to sin, Humans are mere mud puppies.
But I believe humans are the only ones capable of defeating sin.
A good reply. I am
What is Kingdom Hearts
to hear you say
ripoff
that, Milady.
BS? This is Final Fantasy X.
Where are my manners? I am matron, a scholar, at your service, milady. I am on a journey, studying the history of our world.
I'm aware of what it is.
Seeking its stories and secrets. My travels have taken me to many places, and I am troubled by what I have seen. Fragile smiles on people's faces, crumbling at the mere mention of sin. They are counting on you, milady. Give them a reason to rejoice once more.
I will.
That's a good clip, boss. Thanks. That's a good clip.
Make way!
Yep, that is a scene that happens in this game.
Bring it on!
Is it funnier with the context or without? I think it's funnier without the context, actually. Thanks for helping us because I just missed it. Hi, Carrie! Well, I was... Well, what happened, Carrie, is actually I did the scene, and then it was like, I've never seen it in Japanese. I wonder...
Lady Summoner, I presume.
I wonder how,
Yes,
I wonder how stilted it is in Japanese, and it's
I am
even
Lucille,
funnier in
Captain
Japanese.
of the Jose Chocobo Knights.
And I'm Alma. We've been charged to guard the high road.
There have been reports of a large fiend appearing in this area with a taste for chocobos. Do take care, Summoner Yuna, if you are to rent any chocobos.
Thank you. We will be careful.
I mean, it's just as rough in
Good.
Japanese.
We should get back to our rounds. Farewell.
I was just curious because
Prayers are with you.
I've never played this game in Japanese, so I didn't know. So I was curious.
A large fiend?
Let's go get him.
Why?
It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
What'd I say now?
Jecht said that a lot too. And every time he said it, it meant trouble for Braska and me.
What's up? What's up, Brian? I need... Neat. Cool.
Go!
Started run, I'll be making my attempt for blue check-ins. Sounds fun.
This isn't like me.
Yeah!
You will hurt no one!
Power Break is really good, it just means that their attacks do way less damage.
Let me help. Aid us.
And you get blue ones for getting 8 hearts of chain. Something we'll keep in mind. We want Tidus out
Back in the fray.
as much as possible because we want his we want to use his overdrive as much as we are able to use his overdrive. The other party members' overdrives we want to save for boss fights and stuff like that. But Tidus' overdrive we want to use as much as humanly possible. Because Lulu's overdrive is static and just like expands. Thank God, expands just on the amount of on the number of kinds of spells that she has. And but Tidus's in particular, he gets new ones for every 10 times he uses an overdrive. Basically is how he gets his new ones, so you basically want to give him new ones as soon as you want to have him be able to get new ones as soon as humanly possible. We're going to be using Waka a lot to try to
a summoner party.
to try to get extractability as much as I want, as much as we can.
My name is Belgamine. You are?
My name is Yuna.
The High Summoner's daughter. I've heard much of you. But you are still fresh on the road, are you not?
Yes, I am.
I might have a few things to teach you. Let us see which are stronger. My Aeons or yours? A one-on-one match. Not to the death, of course.
I'll do my best.
Good. Your Aeons have been healed. You can fight with your full strength. Come. Show me how strong of a link.
So we still want to do this. Because she started giving us the ability to farm for items to give our Aeons items to give them new skills and stuff like that. Because this is Ifrit's strength, because this Ifrit's strength and HP are both high, you'll win the straight fight. Try using Aeon Shield and Boost. Shield steps your Aeon Overdrive gauge reduces the amount of accelerate. Shield is destined you attack the enemy to hit your Aeon with a powerful attack. This meteor alternates between attack and Meteor Strike. Meteor Strike is coming up next, so defend your Aeon with your shield. Well, now you need to buy new chickens. Okay, that's good to know for us as well, for later. Damn it. I'm so excited when Persona 5 Strikers comes out to spend $15 each game to buy the DLC for the older music.
You show promise. With more training, you could defeat Sin.
Thank you. But I think you...
I cannot.
Huh?
Or should I say, I was not able to.
You mean...
Farewell, Yuna. We'll meet again.
She means spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Blizzard? We pretty much want Waka available for pretty much almost every single fight right now. We still have a bit of a ways to go before we get to the next boss, but we want to get some ability spears while we're waiting to get there.
Oh yeah.
We can dark attack him too if we really want to, but I'm just gonna hit him. I like to use his overdrive. Damn it.
Maybe I'm in a slump.
Take that.
There we go.
Woohoo!
Are we looking to use the ability spheres? Is it really gonna have like that much DLC as soon as the game comes out? It's gonna be annoying.
You're a summoner? Yes. My name is Yuna.
I'm Callie.
Nice to meet you, Callie.
Lady Yuna, are you going to bring us the calm?
Yes. Very soon.
There's 2 DLCs available. Oh my god.
We're looking forward to another calm, my Lady Summoner.
Well, there's bonus items under this background music.
And good luck to your guardians as well.
What's the calm?
The calm is a time of peace. It comes after a summoner defeats Sin and lasts until Sin reappears.
Huh?
Sin dies and is reborn.
I get it. I thought it was weird. Yuna's dad defeated Sin 10 years ago, right? But Sin's still here. Didn't make much sense till now. Wait, if it just comes back...
Don't say it isn't worth it. Because it is.
Even for a little while, people can sleep in their beds without being afraid.
Without being, like, afraid that
kind of
everything's gonna
time
go.
is worth anything. Don't say it isn't worth it. Your words that day, Yuna, I remember them well.
Okay. Oops. He's like, hey, that was my ball. Oops. You're getting like a you're getting a fridge for your room? That's cool. Jeez, I want to beat on Tidus all of a sudden, jeez. Legit just for water, yeah, makes sense. Our characters are very evasive, so it's really hard to hit them. Ugh.
Oh, sorry.
Wakka's gonna use extractability before... Fire! Really need your Yuna to learn life. It is coming very soon. It is coming very soon. Tidus no. Tidus learning haste is very important. It actually will help us a lot during boss fights. Lulu's HP increased by 200%. Abilities, let's have Yuna cure everybody really quick. Formation. Bring Kamari in. Kamari needs some sphere levels too. 149. Got that one. Blizzard. The bombs are really weird and you have to be really careful. Because if you hit them 3 times and they don't die, they explode on you and deal massive damage. Snowblade is kind of sick. I mean, there's a reason why I'm enjoying the deck so far. I mean, there's no bolt and it feels wrong because of it. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, but you get Push and Abrupt Decay and Kodal and you get other cards. Playing Kodal Strix Decay, Drown, Oko. Yeah. Poor Lulu. Lulu definitely did damage more on her like lower side of her ability to do damage. We also need a level 1 lock sphere. You get him to be doing onto Titus's path, or a level 2 lock sphere to get to Yuna's path. I think anybody, and nobody else has sphere levels at this point. Yeah, you see, you get Oko. Oko's busted. Oko seems like a real reason to be in green.
Lou, I'll show you what I can do.
Go ahead.
One that gets an opponent with turn 2 Sylvan Library. With Oko. Because that makes sense. 2 Ice Fangs. That's funny.
Yuna, here!
No one's in really bad shape right now, so I guess I can just like attack, just bonk. I'm bringing in some fire tech. Speed sphere. Is this life? Because I think this is life, right? Yeah. Life matters a lot. Hooray. Yeah. He just has like a long way to go. I think it's about time to show off Lulu's overdrive. So that's Lulu's overdrive, so she does Fury, which just lets you recast the spell over and 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 over. It's really useful.
Walk us back on the field.
Oh wait, Kamari can learn self-destruct from these guys. Kamari is cool. I was actually gonna bring out Yuna. We're gonna heal Kamari. Extractability. Gonna have Kamari lance at him for self-destruct. The cool thing about Lancet that teaches somebody an ability is the fact that when you teach them, when they get taught the ability, when you get taught the ability, he gets a full overdrive tank.
What next?
There you go. Yep. Trying to do as best we can to farm some ability spheres now, because now they have extractability, and then this will make things easier later on, because we don't have to worry about ability spheres. We can just worry about lock spheres later on, and that's going to be a big roadblock to our progression later. And actually a big reason why we're doing these now.
I foresee no difficulty.
And also trying really hard to...
Oh yeah!
You know, fight as many things as I can, just so we can be ready for this boss fight. This upcoming boss fight's not like too demanding, but like we want to make sure we can push damage. Because we specifically want to deal enough damage to the boss where we can push him off the ledge.
Sit back and watch.
Because if we are able to do that, that gets us some lock spheres that we'll need. Alright, bring out Orin.
Farewell.
time to waste. Let's go.
Power sphere is an ability sphere. Sweet. I was like, I didn't think there was a chest there, but I was gonna double check anyway. Bring out Titus.
No problem.
Extractability from this other guy. Just don't target Waka, please. Yeah, target TS all you want. That's cool. It's gonna get to the point later that we're gonna be so goddamn rich that, like, we can, like, just afford to, like, throw high potions at everybody every time that they need healing. We're not at that point yet.
Don't break any bones, old man. Oh, yeah!
Yeah!
Farewell.
There we go.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Let's go. We can rotate Kamari back into the formation. I feel like the Crusaders are hanging out.
Hey, we saw the game! You guys were great!
It was close, Waka.
Hey, stop loafing around.
This mission requires our full attention. We've no time to waste. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Apologies, ma'am.
Carry on.
See, keep your head down, say sir a lot, and you'll do fine.
Right, sir.
Hey, Yuna. Even though Yevon rejected us, we still believe in you. That won't ever change.
Thank you, Sir Luzu.
Okay. There's on disconnect and I got worried. Be right back.
Durgada. But...
Lunch is cooking.
You know, it's not too late for you to go back to Besaid and...
We should be going, sir.
He doesn't want anything bad happening in the game. Fire guy. I literally just hit Lancet so we could just have Kamari get experience for this battle. As long as the character does something, they get equal experience in the battle.
We'll defeat Sin any way we can.
But Yevon's teachings say...
Enough.
I only meant to...
Are you alright?
Lady Summoner?
Yes, I am Yuna.
It is an honor, my lady. My name is Shalinda. I am a disciple of Yevon.
What was all that about? The Crusaders operation?
You mean the one Gata and Luzu were talking about?
That's the one.
I heard they were to use Forbidden Machina. I had to stop them.
Huh? Why?
The use of Machina is strictly forbidden by the Yevon priesthood.
That's bad, yeah?
Let them use whatever they want. They still won't defeat Sin.
But it's not about defeating Sin. The teachings of Yevon must be upheld.
Yeah, right.
But you don't understand. The Crusaders won't even listen to me. And it's all because I'm just a lowly acolyte.
Don't say that. Well, I haven't been a summoner for very long myself,
Why?
you see.
Hi, baby.
Still, I can't put myself down every time I fail. People are depending on me. They're depending on both of us.
Yes. Yes, you're right, my lady. Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Lady Yuna. Now, I feel I have the courage to finish my training.
The Mihan High Road theme is so good. That's a lot of dudes. Gonna try to get Yuna alone to focus them down. Oh, Lulu alone, I mean.
I'm sorry.
God, really? Literally just making me waste my Phoenix Downs. Well, he's gonna put one of them down with the next attack, I guess.
Thank you.
Please don't gore. God. Well, that was embarrassingly awful. Because they didn't have the MP for power break, so...
We rest here.
But this isn't our bed shop.
Is that a problem?
They don't believe in Yevon. And in Luca, they kidnapped Yuna.
Where were her guardians?
Oh.
Sir Orin's just concerned about your health.
I'm not tired one bit.
Well, I am.
Yeah, you tell him, Orin. You tell Waka the racist old fogey that we're gonna rest.
As if I could sleep.
Now time to just level everybody up a bit. Orange HP gets ridiculously high. Super fast. Amari's defense is gonna go up here. Really want Yuna to like get two levels, sphere levels.
This might be the last time.
I've heard that the proprietor but I was very relieved.
Check it out. That sunset was different from the one I saw in Kilika. It was quiet, almost gentle.
Nice, quiet, gentle sunset.
What you up to?
Pretty.
Sure is.
I wish I could live in a place like this. Peaceful. Living with a smile on my face every day.
You can, once you beat Sin, right?
But then, a new Sin will be born anyway.
Well, then you can just beat it again.
I wish I could.
Hey, you can. Trust me. You are the best summoner out there. Yuna, why does Sin always come back?
Well, if only you knew.
Sin is our punishment for our vanity. And it will not go away until we've atoned.
1 second. Okay.
What did we do that was so bad in the first place? Ah. Was it using lots of Machina or something? Oh. Wait, was that such a bad thing, really?
It's funny. Ever since I was young, I never questioned it. But now that you ask me if it is that bad or not, I don't know. There are so many things I don't know.
Well, then we're the same. Oh, such thinking is very unbecoming of a summoner.
Sound like Micah?
That's not very nice, you know.
You know, during a game, you have to think of Blitz and nothing else, you know?
Okay.
You can't think, that's a cute girl in the 5th seat from the right. And you can't be thinking about where you're gonna go on that date, because the minute you do, that's when you lose. You see, Yuna, what I mean is, You really shouldn't worry, you know? After we beat Sin, that's when you can worry about the future.
I guess.
But Yuna, how are you supposed to beat something big like that?
The final summoning. It's the only way to defeat Sin. The only way. With it, we can call the final Aeon. That's the goal of the pilgrimage. The faith of the final summoning lies waiting in the far north to greet summoners that complete their pilgrimage. At the world's edge in Xanarkand.
In Xanarkand?
She means the ruins of a city destroyed 1,000 years ago.
You sure it's ruins?
That's what I've heard.
You'll see it for yourself soon enough.
Sure will.
Come back inside.
You will go with us to Xanarkand?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go to Xanarkand to see it with my own eyes.
It's not really 1,000 years in the future, but like, you know.
I knew it couldn't be my Xanarkand, but I had to make sure.
The fiends in Xanarkand are also insanely tough. We'll be much stronger by them too. You're guarding, right? I think this will help. Yep. I know how to deal with key speakers. Thank you.
Pinto, sir.
Sorry?
Ah, forgive me, sir. I meant to say pardon me, but it came out in Al Bhed.
Oh, you're in Al Bhed.
Mm-hmm. I am Rin, owner of this establishment. Hela Dusadwi.
Huh?
It means nice to meet you.
Ah, well, Helly do sad we to you too.
Helly do
If
sad
you are
we to you
interested,
too.
Al Bhed primers can be found all over Spira. Finding them and learning our language might be fun. Here, let me give you one in commemoration of our meeting. Although you might want to be careful where you speak our language.
Because of the Al Bhed language revealed. R means H.
Yeah, I hear Al Bhed aren't...
Adeki Krisa.
Someone help! The chocobos!
That's our cue. Let's go.
Huh?
Oh, thank you for...
Jesus. Cool, mega potions. Mega potions will definitely be helpful because we have no Phoenix Downs left.
To the Chocobo Corral.
Oh, put down that poor chocobo. It has two tongues. Why? Cause... So we're gonna grand summon it right here. Yeah, some of the bosses in this game are a bit creepy. This is definitely one of them. Power break. Lulu's just gonna hit the fire button over and over and over.
Attack now!
So we get a really good reward if we can like manage to push it off the edge. So that's our like goal right now. And then power break him again to make sure he leaves on that power break.
So, we're to be pushed off a cliff.
There we go. Okay, 1 second. You see, it is very fun. So, I think what I should have done is I should have made sure I had everybody use overdrive before fighting this boss. Because pretty much an overdrive should help us get to the point. Overdrive should help us get to the point where we were like pushing him off. We're like pushing him over. Well, shit. I'm quite literally just dead if he kills one of my characters because, like, I have no Phoenix down. I love how your first comment pause is that it has two tongues. Because it's the first thing everyone says when they first see that boss, and it's great. I did not save before the cutscene. Oh, well. No, I should be okay.
Oh. I am Rin. Hello to It means...
Ah.
If you are Elbed Primer, finding them and learn... Here, let me give... Although you might want to be...
Yeah, I hear...
That's our cue.
Huh? Oh, thank you for your help.
Huh?
Also, pro tip for Figleaf, if I'm gonna use Ifrit, I would just use his ultimate, his overdrive.
To the chocobo.
The plan should be to use, to get to the part where he's almost at the ledge, summon Ifrit, then use Ifrit's ultimate. I actually think we want Kamari. Keep that picture. Nice. Oh my god. Wait. They were playing Reality Acid and Legacy? What a mad lad.
So, we're to be pushed off a...
They're basically playing Esper Doom and Legacy without Doom. That's really weird.
Attack now!
Deck loves to grind, yeah. God, if you could, like, just not. I would sincerely appreciate it. I'm gonna swap in Lulu because I want to have Aura in later. God, if you could just not. Things body shape reminds me of the weird lizard things from WoW. I can't get off from the ledge either. He just did that like 3 times in a row.
Now I know I can count on you.
Give me a break. I just woke up. Like you did, Mutt.
It was your idea to fight that thing. If you're always so groggy, just stay awake.
Yeah, right.
Can I just, like, soft reset? Is there, like, a soft reset that I can do? Yeah. I'm, like, doing just not enough damage.
To the chocobo.
Try again. I really wish you could skip cutscenes. Oh, fucking... I guess... Balfour is fine too, I guess. Want to use Ifrit because it's weak against fire. Because if you knock the boss off the cliff, you get a special thing for knocking the boss off the cliff. And technically we didn't beat it. Also. Technically, by it biting us, eating it off the ledge, by it eating us off the ledge, we don't technically beat it.
Attack now! Push it back!
They found 2 new cases in that COVID strain in my new region, but they didn't say what city, so I guess I'm terrified. Great, fantastic. Like, it's over here. It's over in North America now. Amazing. Could you just attack us for maybe... Okay. I'm like, for maybe 1 turn, and like, maybe I could get enough. Worst part, the couple didn't have a history or travel or contact. So how did they get it? Well, it's fantastic. Just attack us 1 more time. Don't do the... Okay. It's hard to... It's really hard to know. Come on. Fall over. Please. That just in general is very scary. Pause. Yeah, heal already. Heal already. Fall over. I guess.
Have you an interest in renting some as a token of our gratitude? The first, please, ask the attendant.
Thank you so much for saving the chocobos.
If you push it all the way off, you get some level 1 key spheres. I don't think I was leveled enough to do it though. It's not really a huge big deal. It just would have been nice. It's something that would have been nice to have. I at least wanted the rewards for, like, killing it. You get, like, a bunch of AP and a weapon for Kimahri for beating it, like, normally, so, like... So losing out on the boss's XP because you fucked it up is, not a good idea. So we can use the chocobos here, but I like to not use the chocobos to grind. It's very important your stats don't fall behind.
Let's give them all we got.
Just huge here and say. I don't mind hitting him with an extract ability because it allows us to get more ability spheres.
Where's a chocobo when you need one?
Waka is like, where's the chocobo when you need one? Like, well, like... It's a bit of a pain, but... We go through the high road without a chocobo, but... Get a bunch of maps. Get a bunch of, potions. Got any weapons? Piercing and strength +3. Yeah, I would like that. That definitely helps. Magic defense +3%. I don't really care about any of that. Magic +3, I would really like that. Piercing strength +3, that'd be great. Selling off the weapons with no abilities whatsoever for now. Gonna keep everything else. Well, Lulu's actually not that very many sphere levels away from the... We're actually not that very many sphere levels away from the second level of Fire, Thunder, or Water of Lizra.
These ones seem resistant.
Farewell. No time to waste. Let's go.
Yep, let's go. Well, look at the chocobos playing. Sheesh. Please tell me Orin gets it. I was like, yeah. Because I would very much like to swap Union and cure Lulu. I could actually use Null Blaze too. I'm not sure that'd actually be enough. That'll actually be enough damage to kill this first one.
Shield us from fiery fury.
Or 86. Well. I think this thing's taking damage once. There we go. Good enough. M-ball? The steel mana? I don't think we care about that. We're gonna end up having like 99 potions at some point to just like heal from the field like that. So we're not wasting Lulu's mana. Because basically our plan is to get everyone enough sphere levels that we can get Lulu to the second set of her Fire, Thundera, Watera, Blizzara before the next boss fight. Those things need to die. The bombs are very scary. The other thing's kind of scary, but like not really a super huge deal.
Let them come.
Gonna keep using Blizzard on the bombs. How's Tales of Vesperia going? Pretty good. Like, I haven't gotten, like, super far in. I've gotten, like, 5 hours in. It's fairly good so far. I'm not sure, like, I don't know what I'm doing yet, so I don't know if that's a game I will ever probably stream, but, like... It's a good game. Swapping Yuna to cure Orin. And then swap in Tidus did enough, so we're gonna get Kamari in there to like just do that. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a game I'll ever stream, but like I'm enjoying it as a game I get to play on my own, definitely. Kill this guy. Get him out of here before we, Gonna dark attack this guy. Power break just to be safe. Be nice if you do less damage for a while.
Got you covered.
I'm gonna hop Yuna in to heal Titus, and then like her next turn she's gonna hop back out. Doesn't matter. I kind of want Lauren in because he's doing the most damage. Yesterday I came across someone in the game and with the name Assuming Old Woman, and I instantly was like, I don't trust you. That's funny. Everybody's gotten the hit in, so like,
yeah.
having Tita stay in.
Haha! What did I tell you?
You're a modest one.
Video games are giving me trust issues this year. Every game I play as one character, you know, to find out they're the bad guy.
Word has gotten... Now all the Crusaders...
What?
Yeah. It's probably all of the Among Us pause that's giving you trust issues. To be honest. Can Orin get a turn? Yeah. Okay. I just want to power break this guy before he decides to use Gore. It's all of the Among Us pause. Maybe if I hit him with Orin next turn, he'll die. Just gonna heal Orin just to be safe. Orin's got a ton of health. Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Again, just using Titus's overdrive every chance I get it, because the more times you use his overdrive, the sooner he gets his next one, so... He's probably the only character's overdrives you should just, like, throw out whenever you have it. Everybody else's is definitely, like, hang on to it as much as you can. Okay, so I think this is gonna be it for now. Because we got Stardew tonight at like 7:30. as usual, so come along for that if you want. I just don't want to wear my... It's 2 o'clock. I've been streaming since 10 o'clock. I don't want to wear myself out too much. Has it been 4 hours? Yeah, it literally has been 4 hours. Again, wow. I'm gonna grind a little bit today. So I can get everybody's overdrives up to where they're up. So I can get everyone's overdrives up to, you know, wherever they're supposed to be, and, you know, just to make sure that everyone has, like, is, like, good to go for the next boss. So be there tonight for more Stardew. Tomorrow I'll be back with more of this, and then no stream Tuesday, probably a stream Wednesday, and then probably a stream. Then me and Ryan will be doing a co-op stream Friday as well, and then you know, I'll release the schedule tonight, so you'll see that. Anyway, we'll see everyone later for Stardew. Otherwise, have a good rest of your day. See you later.